Lipid rafts, a key to therapeutic innovations. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of lipid rafts and their potential as therapeutic targets. If you've ever wondered how these tiny structures in our cells can have such a big impact on health and disease, you're in the right place. So, let's break it down. First off, what exactly are lipid rafts? Imagine them as specialized microdomains within the cell membrane. These rafts are rich in cholesterol and sphingolipids, which makes them different from the surrounding membrane. In fact, lipid rafts can contain 3 to 5 times more cholesterol than the rest of the membrane. This unique composition allows them to act as platforms for various proteins, helping to organize signaling pathways essential for cellular function. Now, lipid rafts are not just static structures, they are dynamic and can change based on the cell's needs. They play crucial roles in processes like inflammation, cancer progression, and even neuroplasticity in the brain. For instance, in Alzheimer's disease, lipid rafts are implicated in the accumulation of amyloid plaques, which are harmful to neuronal health. Within the realm of lipid rafts, we have a special subset called caveolae. These are flask-shaped invaginations in the membrane, formed by proteins known as caveolins. Caveolae are particularly important for maintaining cellular homeostasis and facilitating communication between cells. So, why should we care about lipid rafts? Well, they offer exciting therapeutic opportunities. Researchers are exploring ways to manipulate lipid rafts to treat various diseases. For example, gene therapy using adeno-associated virus, or AAV, can deliver beneficial genes to enhance the expression of caveolin-1, a protein that supports synaptic function and memory. This approach has shown promise in restoring cognitive function in animal models of Alzheimer's. Another interesting player in this field is AIBP, or ApoAI binding protein. AIBP helps promote cholesterol efflux from cells and has a unique ability to bind to TLR4, a receptor involved in inflammation. By targeting AIBP to inflammatory cells, researchers aim to reduce harmful lipid rafts associated with chronic inflammation, potentially offering relief in conditions like arthritis and neuropathic pain. Let's talk about LXR agonists. These compounds can stimulate the expression of cholesterol transporters like ABCA1 and ABCG1. By enhancing cholesterol efflux, they help reduce the abundance of lipid rafts, which is beneficial in conditions like atherosclerosis and hyperlipidemia. It's a win-win for cardiovascular health. Now, we can't forget about CASMers, short for clustered apoptotic signaling microdomains. These are specialized lipid rafts that facilitate apoptosis, or programmed cell death. In cancer cells, CASMers can become overactive, promoting tumor growth. Targeting these structures could lead to innovative cancer therapies that enhance the effectiveness of existing treatments. There's a whole arsenal of experimental therapies targeting lipid rafts. From statins, which lower cholesterol and disrupt raft signaling, to cyclodextrins that can deplete cholesterol and alter raft composition, researchers are exploring various strategies. Even dietary changes to increase the intake of unsaturated fatty acids can influence raft dynamics and cellular behavior. And let's not overlook inflammarafts. These are enlarged lipid rafts that harbor activated receptors involved in inflammatory responses. By targeting these structures, we can potentially mitigate excessive inflammation, which is a common feature in many chronic diseases. In conclusion, lipid rafts are more than just structural components of our cells, they are dynamic platforms that play pivotal roles in health and disease. By understanding and manipulating these rafts, we can pave the way for innovative therapies that could change the landscape of treatment for various conditions, from neurodegenerative diseases to cancer. You might be wondering, what exactly are lipid rafts? Well, don't worry. We're here to break it down for you in a way that's easy to understand. Now, not all lipid rafts are created equal. Some can become pathological, meaning they may contribute to disease processes. For instance, in inflammatory conditions, we see the formation of what we call inflammarafts. These are enlarged lipid rafts that harbor activated receptors and signaling molecules, essentially organizing the cellular inflammatory response. So, how can we target these lipid rafts for therapeutic purposes? Let's explore some experimental lipid raft therapeutics. First up, we have AIBP, or apolipoprotein AI binding protein. This protein promotes cholesterol efflux, helping to reduce the abundance of those pesky inflammarafts. Studies show that a single dose of AIBP can reverse pain responses in mouse models of chemotherapy-induced peripheral neuropathy. That's pretty impressive, right? Next, we have LXR agonists. These compounds activate liver X receptors, which regulate cholesterol transporters like ABCA1 and ABCG1. By increasing the expression of these transporters, we can reduce lipid raft abundance and, in turn, inflammatory signaling. It's like cleaning up the cellular environment. Then, there are HDL and HDL mimetics. High-density lipoprotein is known for its role in cholesterol transport, but it also reduces lipid raft abundance and inhibits inflammatory responses. Think of HDL as your body's natural cleanup crew. Statins, commonly used to lower cholesterol, also play a role here. They inhibit cholesterol biosynthesis, which can lead to a reduction in lipid rafts. This is particularly useful in cancer therapy, as lower raft abundance can inhibit tumor growth. Another interesting approach involves beta-cyclodextrins. These compounds can deplete cholesterol from the plasma membrane, disrupting lipid rafts and their associated signaling pathways. They have shown promise in treating cholesterol storage disorders like Niemann-Pick disease. And let's not forget about sphingolipid inhibitors. By modulating sphingolipid metabolism, we can influence lipid raft composition and function. This approach has shown potential in conditions like systemic lupus erythematosus. Finally, we have chiasmer agonists. Chiasmers are clusters of lipid rafts that play a role in apoptosis, or programmed cell death. By targeting these complexes, we can potentially enhance the efficacy of cancer treatments. Interestingly, the regulation of these proteins is influenced by microRNAs, small molecules that can modulate gene expression. This means that by targeting raft scaffolding proteins, we might be able to influence various diseases, including cancer and metabolic disorders. Now, let's talk about therapeutic strategies. Researchers are exploring ways to target these proteins to restore normal cell function. For instance, enhancing the expression of caveolins could improve cellular signaling and potentially reverse some disease processes. It's a complex field, but the potential for developing new therapies is exciting. By understanding how raft scaffolding proteins work, scientists can create targeted treatments that could lead to better outcomes for patients. So, to recap, raft scaffolding proteins are vital for maintaining the structure and function of lipid rafts. They play a significant role in cellular communication and can be targeted for therapeutic purposes. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of lipid rafts. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content on cutting-edge science and health topics. Until next time, stay curious.
Pharmapel.